Imagine that for whatever reason you needed more information about the company's billings. You could simply click the details button below any of the KPIs to see more details about that specific metric, and the bar charts would change. The map is also changing as well as we're doing that. Naturally, you're going to have access to all of the details so that you could dig into any one that you might have a question on. Attention, attention! I interrupt this demo to let you know that this data was brought in directly from the SAP IDES test system. No data cleansing intentionally took place for the making of this video. You'll understand it more at the conclusion. Now let's ignore those missing values and get on back with the show. Notice that I've already asked Bedrock a pretty generic question. What insights can you glean from the data? It produced some answers, and here's where the power of Qlik really comes into play. As I filter to select just United States Bill To locations, notice that the charts we just looked at are responsive, as is our connection to Bedrock. Within seconds, its insights are updated based on the values that we have just filtered to. But the questions don't have to be generic. Let's focus on different personas. Let's pretend that I'm the CEO and I want to ask the question, what metrics should I specifically look at from the data provided? The important thing to note about generative AI is that it's supposed to augment human intelligence and be augmented by humans. So I could talk to it just like I naturally would talk to another human. I'm definitely interested in those. Can you give me those metrics based on our data? I could have gotten to each and every one of these numbers by simply filtering and looking at various KPIs on different screens. But with Bedrock, I didn't have to. It simply gave me the answers. I'm going to change directions and ask what I think is an easy question. Which customers am I losing money on? Well, the nice thing about Bedrock as a large language model is it can interpret that metadata in many ways, and it recognized based on our data that losing money probably most related to negative net profit. If you noticed on the other screens, our data is in euros. But if I were the US sales vice president, I would ask how the US is doing in terms of profit, but in US dollars, and Bedrock can convert that for me. If I were a sales manager in one location, say our Berlin office, I might simply ask, which customers should I specifically focus on? As cool as that is, let's not kid ourselves. If I was actually the sales manager in our Berlin office, I would probably speak German, so I would need to ask the question in German and expect that Bedrock would return the results to me in German. I told you in my important announcement that I was leaving the data as is moved purely out of the SAP test system for a reason. Well, this was it. I wanted to ask Bedrock what my data quality issues are. And there were plenty of data quality issues, just like there are plenty of them in your data as well. As you begin seeing more and more Qlik media about how we will help your data take center stage for AI, you'll notice a common theme: data quality. Clearly, we can help you with your AI strategy and implementation, but we want to help ensure that you fully understand that Qlik Talent can help ensure your data quality as well, so that your users aren't asking questions, getting answers, and taking actions on missing, inconsistent, duplicate, in value, and irrelevant values.